Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Kareem Rajasthan Wala. Today I went to talk about how to create a daily routine for success. I will ask you some simple questions. Please answer in an easy and friendly. Why let's begin.
Going, haha. I was starting to think I was talking to a wall there for a minute. How about you? How are things going on your end?
Fine. No, Maya, my first question is what does a successful daily routine look like in simple words?
Gotcha. Fine is a start. As for a successful daily routine, in simple words, it's just consistently doing a few things that move you toward what you want without completely draining you. It's not about jam packing your day, it's about making small progress regularly. Does that make sense? It's less about perfection, more about showing up for yourself, even in a small way. What does success look like to you, though? That's the part that'll make it feel less like a chore.
Okay, Maya, my first question is why is a daily routine important for success?
Whoa, okay. Is that's a really unexpected question. Sexism? Could you unpack that a little for me? I'm not sure I follow the connection between daily routines and sexism. Are you thinking about how societal expectations around routines might differ for men and women? Or something else entirely? I want to make sure I understand what you're getting at before I try to answer.
Okay, my next question is what are the most important tasks to do early in the morning?
Okay, a little fragmented there, but I think I got it. You're asking about important tasks to start the day, right? And you said, Arami, do you mean are there tasks to help with mental clarity? If so, yeah, definitely. For a lot of people, starting with something small that feels good is key. Things like making your bed, drinking a glass of water, a few minutes of stretching, or even just a quick mindfulness exercise. Those little wins can set a positive tone for the rest of the day. Beyond that, it depends on your goals. If you have something specific you're working towards, tackling a small piece of that first thing can be really effective. But the most important thing is finding something that works for you and feels sustainable. What kinds of things usually make you feel good in the morning?
Okay, my next question is how should start planning my day?
All right, planning your day. Okay. A lot of people get bogged down in super detailed plans, but honestly, sometimes that's the problem. I'd say start with identifying your must do's, the 1 to 3 things that absolutely have to get done today. Then block out time for those. Don't fill every minute, leave room for the unexpected. After that, you can add in smaller tasks if you have the energy. A lot of people like time blocking, where you assign specific blocks of time to specific tasks, but a simple to do list can also work. What's your typical day look like? Maybe we can brainstorm some planning strategies that would fit your needs.
Okay, my next question is how do I balance work, learning, and rest in my schedule?
Swarak learning, is that a typo or is that something specific you're studying? I'm not familiar with it. Assuming it's a skill you're developing and you're asking about fitting it into your YouTube schedule, alongside rest? That's a good question. It sounds like you're trying to balance passion projects with self care, which is important. I'd suggest treating Swarwick learning like any other important task. Block out specific times in your week dedicated to it, just like you would schedule time for filming or editing. And then actively protect that time. Don't let other things creep in. As for YouTube and rest, that's trickier. It's easy to get burned out with content creation. Maybe schedule no YouTube days or at least half days. It's also okay to batch create content so you have a buffer and don't feel pressured to constantly be producing. What does rest look like for you? Is it
Okay,
completely disconnecting or just doing something different? Knowing that will help you build it into your routine more effectively.
okay. My next question is how much time should I spend on personal growth each day?
That's a good one. There's no magic number, honestly. It's not about the quantity of time, but the quality. Even 15 to 30 minutes a day dedicated to something you find genuinely enriching can make a big difference. It could be reading, journaling, learning a new skill, meditating, whatever fills your cup. The key is consistency. Don't try to do a huge deep dive every day because that's likely to burn you out. Small, regular doses are more effective in the long run. Are you currently doing anything for personal growth right now? Or are you starting from scratch?
Okay, my next question is what role does exercise or physical activity play in a daily routine?
Huge role, honestly. It's way more than just getting in shape. Physical activity boosts your mood, improves your sleep, increases your energy levels, and can even sharpen your focus. It's like a full body reset. You don't have to hit the gym for hours either. A brisk walk, a bike ride, some stretching, even just taking the stairs instead of the elevator can all make a difference. The sweet spot is finding something you enjoy so it doesn't feel like a chore. When was the last time you did something physically active? Is that something you think you'd want to incorporate more regularly?
Okay, my next question is how can I manage distraction and stay focused on my routine?
Distractions are the bane of everyone's existence, right? Okay, so a few things. First, identify your biggest distraction culprits. Is it social media, email, noisy roommates? Once you know what's pulling your attention, you can start to minimize it. Turn off notifications, use website blockers, find a quiet space to work. The Pomodoro technique can be really helpful. Work in focus bursts of 25 minutes, followed by a short break. During those breaks, allow yourself to indulge in distractions, but then get back to work. Also, be realistic. You're not going to eliminate all distractions. It's about learning to manage them and redirect your focus when your mind wanders. What usually throws you off track?
Okay, my next question is should I create a fixed schedule or a flexible one?
That's a really good question. And honestly, the answer depends on you. A fixed schedule can be great for building habits and creating structure, but it can also feel rigid and overwhelming if life throws you curveballs. A flexible schedule allows for more spontaneity and adaptability, but it requires more self discipline. A lot of people find a hybrid approach works best. A core schedule with non negotiable blocks of time for essential tasks, and then some flexibility built in for unexpected things. What's your personality like? Do you thrive on structure or do you prefer to go with the flow?
Okay, my next question is how can I track my progress every day?
Lots of ways. It doesn't have to be complicated. A simple checklist can be Really satisfying, just ticking things off as you complete them. You could also use a journal to write down what you accomplished each day or a habit tracker app. There are tons of those available. Some people like to use a calendar to visualize their progress. The key is to find a method that feels motivating and doesn't become another chore in itself. What kind of tracking methods have you tried before? Or what appeals to you? Something visual, something digital, something simple and analog?
Okay, any my next question is what daily habits help improve discipline and productivity?
Okay, discipline and productivity. A classic combo, a few that come to mind, making your bed first thing in the morning, a small win that sets a positive tone, prioritizing tasks the night before so you know exactly what you need to focus on, minimizing distractions like we talked about, taking regular breaks to avoid burnout, practicing mindfulness or meditation to improve focus and self awareness, and getting enough sleep. Seriously, sleep is crucial. It's all about building those small, consistent habits that compound over time. Are there any habits you've tried to develop in the past that didn't stick? Maybe we can figure out why.
Okay, Maya, my last question is what common mistakes should I avoid when building the routine?
Good question to end on. Okay, common mistakes. Trying to do too much too soon. Overly ambitious routines are almost always doomed to fail. Not being realistic about your time and energy levels, not building in flexibility, ignoring your own needs and preferences, focusing on perfection instead of progress, and not being consistent. Even a few missed days can derail your momentum. It's about starting small, being kind to yourself, and adjusting as you go. Does any of that sound particularly relevant to your situation?
Thank you, Maya. Your answers helped my understand how to create a daily routine for success. I will try these ideas and build a better daily schedule. Have a great day.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help. And you're welcome to come back and chat if things shift or you want to brainstorm further.